The streets of Washington, D.C. are alive with celebration, a city transformed by the Union victory. Flags flutter in the breeze, a symphony of color against the backdrop of a war-weary nation. Cheers erupt, echoing through the streets, a collective release after years of conflict. The air is thick with jubilation, a city breathing a collective sigh of relief amidst the exhaustion of war. In the hallowed halls of the White House, President Lincoln sits burdened by the weight of a nation. His weary gaze reflects the countless lives touched by war and the daunting task of reuniting a divided land. The endless stacks of documents serve as a stark reminder of the immense responsibilities weighing on his soul. In a moment of quiet desperation, he longs for a future defined by peace and reconciliation. With heartfelt sincerity, Lincoln whispers, "I long for the day when peace and reconciliation prevail." Inside Ford's Theater, shadows dance as John Wilkes Booth navigates the familiar corridors. He moves with the grace of a seasoned performer, each step measured and deliberate. Booth's presence radiates an aura of familiarity, as if he and the theater are one. The theater embraces him, its secrets laid bare before its favored son. In the dim green room of Ford's Theater, Booth's burning resolve clashes with the heavy velvet curtains. Samuel Arnold nervously adjusts his collar, his unease palpable. Michael O'Loughlin chews his lip, his gaze darting around the room, a portrait of anxiety. Booth leans in, his intensity a stark contrast to the hesitant demeanor of Samuel Arnold and Michael O'Loughlin. The air crackles with tension as they discuss their plans, Booth's fervor amplifying Samuel Arnold's and Michael O'Loughlin's nervousness. In the grand presidential box at Ford's Theater, anticipation hangs thick as Lincoln, Mary Todd Lincoln, Major Rathbone, and Clara Harris prepare to enjoy the evening's performance. Lincoln settles into his seat, a rare moment of peace gracing his features. Mary Todd Lincoln, radiant beside him, anticipates an evening of laughter and respite. The stage awaits, the play Our American Cousin poised to unfold, promising a brief escape from the weight of the world. Under the cloak of night, Booth infiltrates Ford's Theater, his movements masked by the play's crescendo. He moves with purpose toward the presidential box, his presence unnoticed amidst the theatrical distraction. A .44 caliber Derringer pistol is clutched tightly in his hand, a cold promise of violence. His face is a mask of grim determination, every line etched with resolve. He steels himself for the act, his resolve hardening with each step into the shadows. In the confines of the presidential box, Booth raises his pistol, a moment of deadly intent. The shot rings out, shattering the tranquility of the theater. Lincoln slumps forward, his lifeblood seeping away. Mary's scream pierces the air, a sound of pure, unadulterated terror. Below, chaos erupts as the audience realizes the unthinkable. Booth launches himself from the presidential box, a daring leap into history. The sickening crack of his leg echoes through the theater as he lands. Pain contorts Booth's face as he collapses onto the stage, his body absorbing the brutal impact. Adrenaline surges through him, masking the agony as he fights to stand. Fueled by a dark purpose, Booth rises, defying the crippling injury. With fiery defiance, Booth cries out, "Sic semper tyrannis." Under the cloak of night, Booth makes his daring escape through the darkened streets of Washington, D.C. The hoofbeats fade into the distance as Booth vanishes, swallowed by the shadows. Chaos erupts as the city descends into turmoil, the news of the escape igniting fear and uncertainty. Panic grips the streets. Uncertainty hangs heavy in the air. In the dead of night, Lewis Powell storms into William Seward's home, his eyes burning with malice. A glint of steel flashes as Lewis Powell lunges towards Secretary of State William Seward, knife in hand. The blade descends, a brutal assault upon William Seward, as Powell viciously stabs him repeatedly. William Seward collapses, his nightshirt soaked crimson as the violent attack leaves him gravely wounded. Despite the brutal assault, a flicker of defiance remains in William Seward's eyes, a testament to his enduring spirit. The room is still, save for William Seward's shallow breaths, the air thick with tension. In a cramped room, gaslight casts eerie shadows as doctors gather around Lincoln, their expressions grave. Mary Todd Lincoln sits nearby, her face a chilling portrait of grief and terror. The room is filled with a palpable tension, a desperate urgency hanging heavy in the air. One doctor leans in close, his brow furrowed, as he examines Lincoln with intense focus. The flickering gaslight dances across Mary Todd Lincoln's face, highlighting her silent, heart-wrenching despair. In the dim light of a modest room, sorrow hangs heavy as Abraham Lincoln lies still, his face peaceful in death. Grief etches the faces of those gathered around him, their hearts heavy with loss. Secretary of War Edwin Stanton stands at the bedside, his voice thick with emotion, struggling to find words. With solemn reverence, Edwin Stanton proclaims, "Now he belongs to the ages." The weight of history settles in the room, a nation forever changed by this moment. Booth plunges into the heart of the Virginia countryside, a fugitive lost in the wilderness. He stumbles through murky swamps, each step a struggle against the relentless pursuit. Booth seeks fleeting refuge within the crumbling walls of dilapidated barns. An injury slows him, each movement now a painful reminder of his desperate plight. Despite the agony, Booth's eyes still burn with defiance, fueled by an unyielding will. Each breath is a testament to his resolve, as Booth battles against capture. Under the unforgiving sun, Union troops surround the aged tobacco barn, their expressions hardened by duty. The air crackles with tension as the first flames dance hungrily against the dry wood, marking the beginning of destruction. Flames rise higher, consuming the tobacco barn, painting the sky with fiery hues as the Union troops watch. The once proud barn succumbs to the inferno, its destruction a stark symbol of war's relentless march. Smoke billows, a dark shroud rising from the ashes of the tobacco barn as the troops stand motionless. The destructive blaze continues, leaving behind only embers. A raging inferno consumes the tobacco barn, the wooden beams groaning under the assault of the flames. Booth stumbles through the smoke and fire, desperately trying to escape. A gunshot pierces the roar of the fire. Booth cries out, clutching his chest as crimson blooms on his shirt. He collapses to the ground, mortally wounded. Booth lies still amidst the inferno. The nation's capital stands draped in mourning. Black fabrics adorn buildings, a somber tribute to the fallen leader. A funeral procession advances slowly, each step echoing the heavy grief of a nation. Faces etched with sorrow line the streets, a sea of mourners united in loss. The weight of sorrow hangs heavy in the air, palpable and suffocating, as the procession continues. Yet, amidst the grief, a quiet determination flickers a nation resolved to carry on. Lincoln's legacy lives on, etched in the faces of a nation forever transformed.